Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be testing out some Body Shop makeup that I haven't used before. So I am testing out a foundation, a concealer, an eyeshadow palette and a lipstick. That is what I'm going to be testing out. I have used some Body Shop makeup before, but these products I haven't used, and I ordered them obviously with me starting to do Body Shop now. I thought, you know what, I'll order some and we'll do a little kind of first impression kind of thing. So obviously the foundation I have got on is also, so if you would like to see how I kind of created this look and my thoughts and opinions on these products, then please just keep watching. So first things first, I'm going to be going in with the vitamin E. This is the moisturiser that I've been using. This is actually the one for combination to normal skin rather than the one for all skin types. It's more of like a gel formula than like a cream, and I have actually quite been liking it at the moment. Then next up I'm going in with the strawberry lip butter. You know me, I like my scented lip balms. Right, so to prime the skin today, I'm going to be going in with the Body Shop Insta Blur Primer. As if you've watched my channel, like from when I kind of begun, I have used this primer before. I do really like it. I just haven't used it in a while, and it now has new packaging and it is enriched with vitamin E. So what I'm actually doing with this is I thought, well, why not try the foundation out with like their primer to give it like a, you know, because you'd buy both together. Well, not together, but you might have both of them. So that is my thinking, really. Right, now I've never used this foundation before. This is the Body Shop Fresh Nude Foundation, and it's in the shade Barley Vanilla 020. I kind of just shade matched myself online, so I think this might be alright. My mum actually also purchased this foundation, and she actually tried it yesterday, and she is loving it. She's liking like the consistency of it. I didn't want it to tell me anything more because I thought I just want it to be a true first impression and do it that way. I'm going to apply this. It has SPF 15 in it as well. So if you watch my videos, you know that if it's a pump, a lot of the times I tend just to apply it from the bottle. I think this foundation will actually be quite a good colour match. And I have been liking using a brush to apply my foundation, but what I might do is do one side with the brush and one side with the sponge just to kind of see the difference in the coverage. So I'll do this side with the brush. That did blend in actually really quite easily, to be fair. You can see. I'd probably say this is more like a medium coverage to begin with. So I'm just blending half of my face in, which probably seems kind of weird. It is a nice consistency. It doesn't feel very heavy on the skin, but you can see that it's given me a nice coverage. It's probably more of like a buildable, I would say. It's not like wow, like full coverage in the first instance, which is nice if you like that thing. I probably will build it up to a full, just because if you know me, you know I like full coverage. So I'm going to go in with a sponge and blend in this side. I actually can't remember the last time I actually used a sponge to apply my foundation. I know that sounds really stupid because I did used to always use a sponge, but lately I've just been loving a brush and just buffing it in. Right, I definitely think you get more coverage from the brush side on the first, like if you look at that side to that side, blend it in everywhere else, and then, so I would probably say that's about a pump. Maybe just under a pump, because I don't ever really push down all the way, so I'd probably say that's just under a pump, and this is kind of the coverage that it's giving. It's a good coverage. It's probably more of a medium coverage, like for me personally. It obviously depends on what you like. I am going to go in with another layer, but I think I'm just going to use the brush because I don't feel as though the sponge side kind of did it any justice really. So we'll just pop a bit more on. Like, as you can see, I'm not putting that much on really, am I? Right, and then we'll use a brush and see if it's buildable. The colour's not a bad match. Quite nice colour. I am quite liking the finish of it because it's not, because they do have a matte foundation, which I actually got the concealer for to try because I thought it looks a bit like, I know it's probably not the same, but I thought it's in a pot. I thought it might be a bit similar to like the MAC Studio pot that I have. If you've watched my videos, then you know. So I thought I would give that a go. They do have a matte foundation, but I thought I'd try this one out because I thought rather than having a matte finish, it might be nice to have a different kind of finish foundation, which it does look quite nice so far. Right, okay, so opinions so far, it's a nice kind of dewy finish. I think that's why my mum liked it. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It's dry to touch, like there's no transfer. I can see why my mum liked it. It's a very much foundation that she would wear. So let's just see how we get on. So next up we have the Body Shop Matte Clay Concealer. So like I said, I actually purchased it because I got the MAC one and it's in a pot, and I thought, you know what, why not, like, not compare the two because obviously they're probably not claimed to be the same, but I thought, why not just give it a go. So what I'm going to do is take a brush to apply some underneath my eyes. I might use a sponge, like I normally use a sponge to blend out the concealer in my eyes. So I'm just going to apply some, if that blends in really nice, that's quite a good coverage. So I'm just swirling my brush in it. And then just take my sponge to blend it in. Pop some on the lid. I always use concealer to go over my lid. It's giving a really nice coverage under my eyes. It looks really good. I'm going to apply some on my chin. Obviously I know it's not a lighter shade like I would normally do, but I always kind of go over these sections, so I may as well do that. I'm really liking that look of that concealer. It's giving a really nice finish. This is what the finished skin makeup is looking like. I actually really like it. I like the finish of the foundation. Like I said, it doesn't feel heavy. We'll see how it wears throughout the day because obviously, as you all know, I have oily skin, and this is kind of more of like a dewy. It's like a fresh, well, it's called Fresh Nude foundation, so we'll see. Really liking that concealer, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm only going to kind of show you the products that I am like testing for the first time in this video, rather than doing like my whole makeup, because I've got a palette and stuff like that and I want to use a couple of different shades. I've got a lipstick, so I will quickly go and do that and I'm back in just a tick. Right, I just thought I'd quickly show you like how it's powdered down and stuff and what my bronzer looks like. I am actually really liking it so far, but I thought because I got this in my starter kit, I have already used it and you've seen it in my video, like my starter kit video, but I thought I'd just show you it, me applying it, just because it's a nice colour. And I thought, well, why not? And I'll show you what I mean about it's buildable, because I mentioned that in my video and I just wanted you all to know what I meant by that. See what I mean? So I've just kind of done it a little bit, not too much, and it gives like a nice sheen to the cheeks. So it's like if you're not crazy about having, you know, like the intense highlighter that I sometimes do, then this would be a way to kind of like slowly build into it, rather than having like a massive like highlight thing. It's just more of like a sheen on the cheeks. Right, and then just pop a tiny little bit on the nose. I've quite been liking putting blush on my nose. I either do it with my liquid blush or I'll do it with this. So I'll quickly just go and do my eyebrows and I'm back in a tick with the eyes. Right, now for eyes, obviously I've set my concealer and stuff so I don't put a primer on. I'm going in with the Body Shop, this is Paint in Colour palette. So this is just what the palette looks like. It's got a couple of colours in it, but it's mainly like a neutral palette. Obviously this is kind of up my alley a little bit if you know me. So first shade I'm going to go in with is I'm going to go in with this shade here. Now these don't have numbers on them, so it's just like the third one in from the palette. It's just one that will create a good transition shade. There is a little bit, I've just kind of blown it away by out thinking, but there is a little bit of kickback in the pan, which, to be fair, you get that off a lot of eyeshadow palettes. It just depends if it bothers you or not. I know it does bother some people. That's why I thought I would just mention it. I don't actually know what look I'm creating yet. I'm literally just popping a transition shade in. I've just got a big fluffy brush. Just going back and forth. I don't know what look to do actually. I'm like looking at the colours and I'm like, ooh, do I do this one? Do I do that one? So this is a very soft transition shade. It is very buildable, so you won't need to worry about it going like too crazy and intense. So the next shade I'm then going to be going in with is this one here, which is just like a transition brown. And I know this is probably going to be like a super simple look, but I just want to test out a few of the shades and see what they blend like. Oh, sorry, I'm just using like a smaller brush to what I was using. And I'm just popping this in the crease back and forth just to kind of darken up that area. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this underneath my lower lash line. Right, I know this is a shimmer and I don't normally do this, but I'm going to go in with this purple shade here and pop it on the outer corner of my eye, just to kind of get a bit of like, I want a bit of a purple tone there. So I know it's a shimmer and I never would do this, but let's just see what it goes like. And I've just got this on a smaller brush. I'm just going to tap it on first. Right, then for my lid, I'm going in with this gold shade here. You know that I like a goldy bronze, like if you've watched any of my videos, you know I do. Pressing this on the lid. Oh, that's quite pigmented actually. Now, I am going to do something that I do quite often. I do think that does look quite intense, but I want to try this. In the aspect of how I normally use my MAC Fix Plus, I want to try and use this and see what it does, just to kind of do a bit of a test thing. So I'm going to take that shade again on the brush and just spritz it like I normally do. And then just press it on the lid. Ooh. Oh, that's made it go really nice. That's made it go really nice, actually. I'm going to do the same on the other eye, and I'll just be back in a tick. So that is the eyes finished. It is just a like very nice, soft, natural look. I am going to highlight my brow bone, and I'm going to take these two shades here. Then for mascara, I'm going in with the Body Shop Super Volume Mascara. I have used this before and I do really like it. It gives a nice effect to my lashes. I am going to do a little bit of highlight, so I'm just going to go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighting palette and go in with the shade Iced, just to add a little bit of extra. I'm just feeling it today. You know when you just feel you want a bit more glow. I'm in that mood. Now, last thing is lips. So I got this Body Shop lipstick, and this is the Colour Crush lipstick in 010 Kato Asa. I don't know how to pronounce that. But it's just a lipstick, and this is what the colour looks like. So I kind of didn't want to do something too crazy because I wanted this to match it. Oh, it's nice and creamy. So this is the finished makeup. I will just quickly go and dry and straighten my hair, and then I will tell you my opinions. Right, so this is the finished look with my makeup on. So overall, I think the skin looks really nice. The foundation applied really nice. It's like a buildable foundation, so it's not like bam instant coverage if that's what you're after, but it does build up to a very nice coverage. I think it's covered my skin really well. It's got a really nice coverage on it. The concealer I really liked. It definitely covered my under eyes very well. And also it wasn't like it hasn't creased or anything yet, even though it was like a cream concealer. Sometimes they can crease, but it looks really nice. The eyeshadow palette's very nice as well. It's more like buildable shades, which I think is quite nice, especially like if you are new to makeup or anything like that, you've never really played with like eye makeup before. That is actually really nice. I do really like the look that I created. I especially like the colour on the lid. I think it's really nice and intense. What I am going to do is do like maybe a couple of check-ins. It is later in the day, so I might only do maybe one check-in, and then the end of the day I'm just going to see how it wears, you know, like I normally do, rather than like checking in if it still looks okay. If it starts to like go really oily, then I probably will check in. But yeah, so far I am liking how the products are looking. I really like the lipstick. It's nice and glossy, so I would see you in a bit. Hey everyone, so obviously I'm just back with the check-in. I thought I would just do a little check-in now, because I think the foundation still looks semi-alright. However, I feel as though I should do like a little bit of a check-in. The concealer hasn't creased yet underneath my eyes. It still looks really good. It's still got the good coverage. However, it has just got a little bit shiny just around my nose and a little bit on my chin, so I thought I would just fill you in. When I put my foundation on, it was about 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock I think, so it's been on for roughly about 8 hours, and to be fair I think it's given quite a good coverage. It looks quite nice. The coverage is still staying. It's not worn off anywhere, but I do have to say I haven't been holding my hands as much. Normally I would actually do the video a little bit earlier in the day, but because I was busy this morning working, I didn't wind up actually doing my makeup till later. But it still had 8 hours so far. I'm not going to end the check-in here. I will end it later on. What I might just do is take a little picture and then do my final thoughts and everything like that at the end of the day. I think the eyeshadow is holding up really well. It hasn't like creased or anything yet. The colours are staying pigmented, so I will just keep you updated. Right, so it's now actually the next day. I actually forgot to end the video. I'm really sorry. I did manage to take a little bit of a picture of my makeup though, so I have got that. The makeup lasted really well. I have actually got it on again today just to kind of so you could see it. It's really nice. It's a really good coverage. The eye makeup lasted really well as well. The concealer didn't really crease, which was quite good, and there weren't that much wearing off. But overall, yeah, I am really happy with the foundations. Like I said, it's more of a buildable foundation, like a medium foundation. So it is quite nice to be able to build it up, and it feels quite lightweight on the skin. The eyeshadow is exactly the same. It's quite a buildable eyeshadow palette, which isn't a bad thing if you're just starting out. It's nice to be able to build up the colours, especially if you're new to makeup or anything like that. They lasted really well. So yeah, my overall thoughts, I did really like the products, and I'm continuing to buy a couple more. My bronzer actually arrived today, so I've actually got that on with the Shimmer Waves blush, and I really like how that looks. I've also got it in my crease in my eye as well, just as like a soft look. Just as like a soft kind of eye makeup. And this lip colour as well is the matte lip butter in the shade 033, and I'm really liking the way that this looks. So if you have enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below, and I will just catch you in my next one. Alright, bye guys.